Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, man killed after social media report he transported gunman in Mobay shooting. A man shot dead in front of the Montego Bay Fire Station might have been killed for his alleged involvement in a St. James shooting more than 2 weeks ago. The dead man, 26-year-old Randy Van Horn, otherwise called Rasta, a delivery man from Hurlock district in the parish, was cut down in a hail of bullets by several gunmen, sending firefighters and the civilians scampering for cover. Van Horn's picture was reportedly posted on a social media blog, which claimed his alleged involvement in the shooting. Reports indicated that around 9:42 Thursday night, the police were on patrol when they heard loud explosions sounding like gunshots and went to investigate. On their arrival, Van Horn was seen lying face down in a pool of blood along the road beside his gray 1996 Toyota Corolla motor car. He had what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the right foot and the torso. Van Horn's motor vehicle was observed to have been damaged from what appeared to be gunshots to the right back passenger glass and the front windscreen. Police transported Van Horn to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where doctors pronounced him dead on arrival. Investigators said last month a popular social media posted Van Horn's picture and alleged that on Sunday, April 14, 2024, he was the driver of a car that transported Brandon Campbell, 23, from Pitford District to Irwin District, St. James, to shoot a man. In that incident, Campbell shot and injured the man, but was subsequently fatally shot by a licensed firearm holder. More than 10 9mm spent casings were found at the Thursday night's shooting scene, the police said. Hanover man charged for St. James Club shooting. A man was charged Thursday for last month's shooting of a worker at a popular club in Montego Bay, St. James. The accused, Uriah Joe Wilson, 21, from Montpelier, Hanover, was charged with wounding with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a firearm to commit a felony. It was reported that around 10:40 a.m. on April 5, the now injured man was at work when he was pounced on by two men armed with firearms who opened gunfire at him. Horton ran and fell, and the men fled the area in an awaiting silver Toyota Axio motor car. After the shooting subsided, the worker was found suffering from gunshot wounds. He was assisted to the Cornwall Regional Hospital by other workers who alerted the police. On April 9, 2024, the accused was arrested by the police during an intelligence-led operation. On Monday, he was positively identified on a video identification parade. Exchange All-Age School damaged by freak storm. It is hoped that electricity will be restored at Exchange All-Age School in St. Anne by Monday, following the suspension of classes earlier this week due to a freak storm. During heavy showers and the strong winds on Wednesday, uprooted trees fell on power lines leading to the school, and the roof of a building on the Grade 2 block was blown off. The contents of the building that served as a resort center and a storeroom are exposed to the elements. Ricardo Moncrief, principal of Exchange All-Age, says a preliminary assessment of the damage has been done.
Since then, the electrician and the carpenter came in, did their assessment, so we are awaiting a fulsome estimate of the damages. Cleaning up activities continues today, and we are waiting to do some initial repairs to the building to ensure that we return to some level of normalcy by Monday. We are still awaiting them to arrive. They did come on Wednesday, but thought more or less that the damages that we had experienced was more to the school, but then the power line that came from the JPS source, that was severely burnt. So we have made call to them to come and disconnect so that we can do the repairs on the building and have them reconnecting their services.
Integrity Commission Oversight Committee questions the IC handling of the Wayne Vaz issue. Representatives of the Integrity Commission are to be summoned to appear before the Oversight Committee of Parliament to answer questions on its recent reports. The Commission recently submitted 6 reports to Parliament, including a probe into former parliamentarian Dwayne Vaz. There have been questions swirling around the timeline of activities relating to the certification of the statutory declaration of Mr. Vaz. Mr. Vaz missed the deadline to provide critical information to the Commission and is currently before the court, awaiting his fate after pleading guilty. But members of the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee from both sides of the political divide have raised the issue with how the matter concerning Mr. Vaz has been handled. Government member Everald Warmington called for the report relating to Mr. Vaz to not be examined until more information can be provided by the Commission.
I was going to ask for the report on our former colleague Dean Vaz be deferred until we have the team from the Intel Commission here. Because I'd like to know what the relevance of section 42, 3A. If you issue a certification or of what have you for a particular year, how can you then still be asking for other documents? So I need to know the relevance of this section or whether or not this section is being abused.
Opposition member Julian Robinson questioned whether a letter addressed to Mr. Vaz from the Integrity Commission and signed by Director of Information and Complaints Craig Beresford certified the statutory declaration of Mr. Vaz.
I would first question, I'd like to confirm that this letter was actually sent by Mr. Beresford to Mr. Vaz, and if it was in fact sent by him, I'm asking the Integrity Commission to explain the basis under which Mr. Vaz has been found to be in contravention of any provision of the Integrity Commission Act.
Committee Chair Edmund Bartlett assured that the Commission members would be invited to attend after members properly reviewed the reports for any questions that may arise to be properly ventilated. Chog calls for Integrity Commission update on illicit 6. Justice Minister Delroy Chog has called for the Integrity Commission to provide information on 6 parliamentarians being investigated for illicit enrichment. Mr. Chog, who is a member of Parliament's Integrity Commission Oversight Committee, says that the air needs to be cleared regarding the probe.
It is about time we have a report on the annual report 22-23 about 6 illicit enrichment of members. Whether or not those 6 members, 1 or all 6, have been cleared up. Because when Mr. Craig Beresford was here, he said that the basis of the illicit enrichment was a mismatch between expenditure and income. To my mind, those members, whoever they are, if they can't clear it up, then we need some indication from the IC, Integrity Commission, what is being done. But I mean, everybody asks me, I see on the street, are you one of the 6? It's not fair, Chairman. They need to clear this thing up.
2 policemen acquitted of 2012 murder in Manchester. 2 policemen who were on trial for the 2012 murder of a man inside a store in Christiana, Manchester, have been acquitted. District Constable Kemar Sewell and the Constable Evelyn Gallimore were charged by the Independent Commission of Investigations for the killing of Georgia Green on Main Street on March 19, 2012. Constable Gallimore was on Thursday found not guilty by a panel of jurors following the close to 3-week trial in the Manchester Circuit Court. The jurors, consisting of 4 women, deliberated for 16 minutes before returning the not guilty verdict. District Constable Sewell was freed following a no-case submission by his attorney, Norman Godfrey, on Tuesday. Investigators from Indicom reported that the policemen responded to a call of a break-in at a supermarket on Main Street. Mr. Green, who was hiding in the store, was shot dead by the cops after he allegedly attacked them with a machete. However, Indicom investigators examined the footage from a closed-circuit television camera in the store, which captured the incident. The images reportedly showed Mr. Green being shot while hiding behind the shelves. During the trial, Mr. Gallimore's attorney Patrick Peterkin argued that his client acted in self-defense. Mr. Peterkin refuted the prosecution's evidence that the cops placed a machete on the scene. He also pointed out the footage showed his client firing, but it did not show whom he was firing at and what the person was doing.